If you spend a lot of time at your desk, the right gadgets can make a huge difference in productivity and comfort. Today, I'm sharing my favorite workspace upgrades that have helped me work more efficiently. Steve Jobs once found the perfect use for that tiny jeans pocket, storing an iPod. Well, I found mine keeping this tiny AI device right at hand. This is a Claude Note pen, an AI-powered voice recorder I actually use. I reviewed their previous device before. It's basically a smart voice recorder that syncs with your phone and the app, generating summaries, mind maps, and full transcripts of everything recorded. So why do I like this version much more? Because it's tiny and always with you. They've added a ton of accessories. Wear it as a bracelet, a pendant, or attach it magnetically to your clothes. There's also a clip to secure it anywhere. The gadget feels premium like an Apple device. I also picked up this outlet extender, which expands my setup from just 2 outlets to 5, plus USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port. It's a super convenient device, and with 1680 joule surge protection, it can help safeguard my laptop from power surges. This Anker Nano 10,000 mAh power bank isn't the cheapest option, but it's super convenient. Its best feature is that it works as both a power bank and a regular charger when plugged into the wall. That means you don't need to pack a separate charger for trips. This 2-in-1 device with a built-in USB-C cable handles both, charging itself and your phone at the same time. It also has an extra USB-C port so you can charge 2 devices at once. I also have the Nitecore 10,000 mAh power bank, and its biggest advantage is how incredibly thin it is. It's covered in carbon fiber plates, giving it a sleek premium look. Unlike the Anker Nano, this one has 2 ports, including a USB-A. Plus, it's super lightweight, making it easy to slip into any pocket.
For productivity, I have this timer. Each side has a preset time. Just flip it to the side you need, and it starts counting down on the display. When time's up, it beeps to alert you. You can also set a custom timer manually. However, after trying it a few times, I stopped using it. Having to recharge it periodically was a bit annoying, and there's no quick way to set a full hour, which made it less convenient for me. I've tried all sorts of productivity gadgets, but I've realized that sometimes the simplest ones work best. That's why I got this timer. The idea is straightforward. If you need to complete a task within an hour, just set it and it starts counting down. When time's up, it flashes or beeps depending on your settings. Nothing fancy, but it really helps keeping me focused, minimizing distractions, and always giving me a clear visual of how much time I have left before moving on to the next task. If you're like me, your phone storage fills up fast with photos and videos, and upgrading cloud storage gets expensive. To avoid that, I got this magnetic SSD that attaches to my phone and lets me record ProRes video directly onto it, skipping the phone's internal storage. Super handy if you're running low on space. Plus, it works as a regular SSD, so you can plug it into your computer. Mine is the 2 terabyte version, but there are also cheaper options starting at 500 gigabytes. This small box from TerraMaster is essentially a mini cloud server for your home. It's called NAS, or Network Attached Storage, meaning it's always connected to the internet. The model I have is the F8 SSD, which can hold up to 8 SSDs, giving you a max of 64 terabytes of storage. That means you can store a ton of files and access them from anywhere in the world. Pretty cool, right? However, there's a big catch which I'll get to in a moment. The device itself is super lightweight and compact compared to traditional NAS units that use HDDs. You can install up to 8 SSDs with 4 on each side, and adding each one takes just a minute, making the setup process super easy.
There are also heat sinks included in case you're running heavy loads, but I didn't need them yet since the built-in fans keep everything cool. The NAS has its own operating system, TOSS 6, which is very user-friendly with a file manager where you can upload, download, and even back up data to other NAS systems or cloud services. You can add users with access to the file system, share specific files and folders with them, and customize access levels as needed. There's also a dashboard showing SSD temperature, CPU usage, and memory, so you can monitor everything easily. Speeds are great. 35 seconds to download a 3.8 gigabyte file, 56 to upload with my 1 gigabyte plan, and video editors can even work directly like it's a plugged-in SSD. The $600 base price seems fair, but maxing it out with SSDs can cost $5,000. So if you need fast remote storage for 4K editing, it might be worth it. But if you're just looking for simple backups, traditional HDDs could still make more sense. FlexiSpot sent me their E6 standing desk because I needed a second one for work. And everything about this desk would be great if it weren't for one big but, which I'll get to in a moment. I chose a bamboo surface which has a slightly rough texture but feels comfortable. The desktop size of 55 by 28 inches is great, giving me plenty of space, and the wooden top is much better than my previous glass one, which felt too cold in winter. A big plus is the height adjustment. At 6'4", I can raise it to max height, and my elbows rest comfortably, unlike my other FlexiSpot desks where they slightly hang off. It also feels more stable, which is a nice upgrade. Cable management's decent with clips included to keep things tidy, unlike my old setup where cables just hung loose. The only real downside? Assembly. It took me hours since most of the metal parts had to be manually attached. Installing the desktop also required a power drill, which I didn't expect. If you need something quick to set up, this might not be the best option. The FlexiSpot chair turned out to be a pleasant surprise. It comes with all the essential adjustments. Armrests move up and down, side to side, and the seat itself can slide forward for a better fit. There's also a small lumbar support, which adds a bit of extra comfort. When it comes to the seat cushion, compared to the other 3 chairs I own across different price ranges, this one lands somewhere in the middle in terms of firmness, and it's also the most affordable of the 3. For example, my autonomous chair, which costs twice as much, is super firm, almost like sitting on springs. The backrest reclines fully and can be locked in place, though there's no way to adjust the tension, which is understandable at this price. There's also an optional headrest, but I skipped it since at 6'4" it wouldn't work for me. I also like this 15-watt wireless charger. It's convenient since it works even with my non-MagSafe phone case. Plus, I can charge my phone in landscape mode, which is great for watching videos while it powers up. It also has spots for charging AirPods and an Apple Watch. The whole thing is compact and foldable, so I can use it as a regular charging pad too. I also picked up a cheap headphone holder. Super simple design. It attaches with adhesive, but you can also screw it directly into the desk. I stuck it underneath my desktop and it held my headphones perfectly for about a day, then it fell off. So yeah, screwing it in is definitely the way to go. For keeping my wired headphones cable organized, I also picked up these mini cable holders. You just stick it to the side of the desk and it magnetically opens and closes to keep the cable in place. What's nice is that these holders come in a pack with multiple pieces, so I can attach them to different desks or different sides as needed. I also noticed that my FlexiSpot desk came with an adhesive cable holder that attaches to one side of the desk and can hold a few cables. Since this desk doesn't come with a drawer, I got a plastic monitorizer with a built-in drawer, a phone slot, and adjustable height. I even attached one of the cable holders to it so I can conveniently charge my phone while it's resting in the stand.